All right, guys, welcome back to Crypto Pride. Another AMA with Spritz, one of my favorite teams, as you guys know. So how you doing, Chris? Introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you.
I'm doing good, Pride. How are you doing?
Doing good, man. Going good, man.
Yeah, it's Friday. I'm feeling great. Everything at Spritz is going well. Maybe you saw our Twitter account had an issue this week. We tried to change the birth date of our company, and it triggered the age warning. So it took us down for like 24 hours. People thought we were gone, but we were not gone. We're here and we're back and feeling good. So I'm the founder of Spritz and happy to be with you again.
Yeah, like I said, man, y'all guys seem like y'all guys been blowing up, man. Blowing up. I'm seeing Spritz everywhere. Can you tell us about the new updates, like the credit, like the debit card? I just saw yesterday that y'all added the drip token.
Yeah, we got all sorts of new stuff. We're building fast. At the same time trying to polish the app and work out any bugs or anything like that too. And so that's great. We've got a lot coming down the pipe. But yeah, the Spritz card just launched in kind of a beta just a couple weeks ago. So we got a lot of users enrolling, day to day. It's basically a prepaid debit card, so you can fund it just like you do any transaction on Spritz, any token, any of the 6 networks we've got. Send over, $10,000 into the card. It's a virtual card today, so you just get a number that you can then add to your Apple Pay or your Google Pay to tap or use it on Amazon. Maybe a physical card will come in the future, but right now it's a purely virtual card. And then you can just keep reloading it, right? So as soon as you send over some wrapped ETH, some drip token, some whatever, within another 2 seconds, you've got spending power. You can use it anywhere Visa is accepted, online or on tap to pay.
Yeah, I got one question about the Spritz card. Is there any plans to adding the balance to it, so it shows up in your you do your Apple Pay?
Yeah, it should be. What do you mean add balance to it? Like show the balance in the Spritz app?
No, like when you go to, like, for example, when I go to a store and I'm going to use my Spritz card, it doesn't show the balance.
Oh, in Apple Pay, it doesn't show the balance.
Yeah, right.
That's interesting. Yeah, we can look into that. Figure out a way to do that. I know on the Spritz app, you can see it. So we are working on a mobile app. That's kind of the big, piece of information. It's probably going to take a couple more months because it's a big lift. But there'll be an iPhone app and an Android app. So then that way you'll have it right there. You can see Spritz and check your balance, of course, that way. Okay.
Now the main question is when new markets like Canada, Europe.
Oh man, yeah. Man, I wish I could just wave a magic wand and spread the Spritz love in all the different markets. It's a challenge, right? Because everybody's got different bills. Up in Canada, UK, Australia, totally different world. So I think it's going to be Q3, Q4 before we add these other markets. To be honest, we really wanted to get that core functionality. Get the card going. We've got something called Smart Pay, which enables recurring transactions. So I want you guys to check that out. We're going to be expanding it. Today it's just on Polygon network, but we're going to expand it. We're working on Bitcoin support also, and Dash, and some of the kind of the old school layer ones.
Right.
So we just want to get that polished, get the mobile app going, and then we can say, hey, how do we step into Canada, UK, etc. So it's just a matter of we're kind of spoiled for priorities. So I'd love to launch those other markets, but we just want to make the product work really well first.
What about other blockchains?
Yeah, so I just mentioned Dash and Bitcoin. Along with that should unlock a lot of the what they're called UTXO layer ones, like Litecoin, and sort of these let's call it pure transaction-based blockchains. So Bitcoin and Dash will be the first step. So that's coming in, less than a few weeks. It's already in beta internally. Beyond that, we're always open to requests. We've been exploring Cardano a bit, some of the other chains, some of the ZK chains. But yeah, just kind of go to our feature request page and request, and we'll try to prioritize. So they're coming, but those are the main ones planned are Bitcoin and Dash right now.
Okay. That says Byzantine says, how far are we from Canada launch?
We're very close, and we were very close this month. I think we did actually shift priorities just a little bit towards the card, which everybody was looking for, and supporting new tokens like Drip, etc. So that took a bit of the work, and I think, to just be very honest, kind of delayed out the Canada launch that we were excited about. So, Canada would be the next market that we can launch in easily. We might be able to do it in Q2 within a couple months. But I don't want to make any promises. I know you guys are really excited for Canada. I mean, so am I. But it's just priorities. So we'll keep you guys posted. It's definitely on the roadmap. It's definitely on the short-term, medium-term roadmap. But I can't give you a date, right now to guarantee.
All right. Hendrik says, any update on international transfers, off-ramp?
Yeah, we got a lot of people using, their Wise accounts or their Revolut accounts, right, to use Spritz to off-ramp to those accounts. So I definitely encourage you guys in the meantime to go check those out. I'm sure you already have them. Maybe you're already using them to enable like the Swift, IBAN, other types of transactions that you're alluding to. That's part of the international plan, to be honest. But I think launching with the off-ramp rather than thinking about all the bills out there and just doing the off-ramp for Canada, for UK, would be the kind of easiest, best next step for Spritz for other markets. So it wouldn't be like all the functionality at once, but you'd get the off-ramp at least first for those markets.
That's the main thing right there, is the off-ramp.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of the $50 promotion that you got going on, where if you sign up, like somebody using my referral link, they get $50 towards their bill. How long is that going to last?
No plans to take it down. So, it works for us. It's, like if we have a choice of buying ads on Twitter or putting money directly back in the pockets of users and people who love Spritz and are talking about us, we're always going to do the latter. And, we know that it pays off over time with you guys kind of using the service more and more. So the give 50, get 50 is not going away.
Cool. What kind of feedback you be getting lately? Like I said, I know you guys been blowing up. I think last I saw y'all doing like 3.6 million a month.
Yeah, it's getting up there. We're growing a lot. Yeah, I won't comment on exact numbers, but yeah, it's really increasing. Yeah, just the feedback continues for people who are earning crypto on chain. Big and small. We got people just earning $10 a month, $20 a month, doing some passive income stuff. We've got people earning their whole big salaries, on chain. It sounds like Spritz is an indispensable tool, and there's just so much excitement around it. And then the card and the other functionality that we released just kind of continues to enable more people to use us. So the feedback's been great. And the other part that's really useful from my perspective is even the critical feedback, right? Like, hey, I made this off-ramp transaction. It took 2 days. Isn't it supposed to be same day? Or this bill, you don't have it. Can you add it, right? And my team really does read each and every bit of that. My engineers jump on these things. We do have to prioritize. We can't do everything, but it's just so useful to hear that, but in a kind of a friendly way. And gives us the clear roadmap of where to build next, or just what to improve within the app. So it's just been wonderful so far.
And guys, just to let you guys know, like I said, I off ramp to my debit card all the time. It's instantly. It goes instantly. Now if you off ramp to a bank, it usually takes like 1 day, I would say.
It's supposed to be real time. We're still working out the kinks there, but for the main accounts, if you got Bank of America, Wells Fargo in the US, of course, but in the US, it's actually instant to many or most banks. But typically, same day or next day ACH is when you're going to see the cash in the account. And
another question, the max you can off ramp is 20K? Is that
20K a day, or even per transaction, is the limit today.
And what about the debit card?
Same.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you got some big, if you're buying a car on debit, give Give us a try. Most people start small, right? $100, $200, but we've got some people in the thousands already on the debit card.
Wow, nice. Anything you want to just bring up to our listeners?
No, well, maybe you wanted to ask about the drip side of things. I don't know if that's of interest to your guys' community.
Well, guys, it's just that I saw yesterday that drip has now been added to one of the tokens that you can use to off-ramp or use to pay a bill. You can now use your drip token as well. And I also saw that you can use your e-shares on EMP, which is also new.
Yeah. We've been working with them.
Yeah.
Also the animal farm. I think the pigs and so forth you can use. Yeah.
So wow.
Yeah, so it's all, it's our goal is to not, put sell pressure on drip, right, or anything like that, but it's certainly to just give you guys more ways to use your assets, when you need to. We are exploring, no news yet, but we are exploring a way to kind of reward and incentivize the drip community as a whole, right? To kind of have these like group community rewards where you'd register as a drip user. Even if you're not using drip token, you're using, USDC, your usage of Spritz is going to go kind of in this big bucket toward these big group goals. And then we can do, some kind of buy and burn back to the drip community. So that is something that we're planning to release. No details or promises yet, but, definitely have noticed all the excitement from the drip community and want to, make sure we can give back, even in a small way to everybody, even not just the users, but like to the community as a whole.
Now I'm part of what you call a Vulcan community. All my listeners from the Vulcan community, which is like I said, I talked to you about the new blockchain coming out.
Yeah.
Business says any alpha regarding Spritz Vulcan.
Yeah, we've heard a lot of the the interest from you guys and the excitement. So it's we've heard it. It's something that we would consider, supporting the blockchain and then doing that same kind of like group reward. It's just a matter of getting it at the top of the priority list. I think certainly Bitcoin and then Dash are a little higher at the moment, but keep asking. It's on the list and it will get done. It's just a matter of when and how soon.
All right. Good answer. Well, the blockchain is scheduled to launch Q2, so should be coming out soon.
Yeah.
See if any questions I missed. That's it for the questions.
What's new in your world?
Like I said, man, I'm just waiting for the blockchain launch. That's the big focus for my community. And
when is that happening? Is there a date yet, or is it sort of there's some technical stuff to get ironed out?
They still building, so they're saying like late May, June, possibly.
Okay. Yeah.
So a couple months away.
Yeah, that's exciting.
But I really want to get people, like say, focus on Spritz, because a lot of people are interested in this off-ramp opportunity. I'm always hearing like, how can we off-ramp out crypto? How can we, what's the off-ramps going to be? Do we have to use a SEX? All that stuff.
Yeah.
So they wanted another AMA because they wanted some updates on, like I said, when International's coming up, when Europe's coming out, when Canada's coming out.
Yeah, no, it's good. I'm glad you guys are loud and, I hear it and keep, holding my feet to the fire in terms of, when it's going to happen. And, as soon as we get the kind of the resources and we can get the space on the roadmap, then by all means we're going global. But want to do it in the right way.
And I'm looking for that physical Spritz card too, man.
Yeah, and that too. Yeah, so that we hear that, that's like I said, the card's in beta now. We're kind of, making sure that you can, fund it correctly, that you can spend it correctly, that all the little, edge cases are ironed out. And, once we can get that done, at least a couple months of that, right? And then we can consider the physical card. We definitely hear people wanting that. Some people want to be able to generate multiple cards. We have the ability to enable that, right? So maybe you want a card, or you could give somebody a card that like your mom or your kid or something. Yeah. All of that like is potential for us to build. It's just a matter of what you guys are looking for most.
Okay. One more thing I wanted to go over. I think it's quite that quick. Man, I forgot that quick.
Well, like I said, right. Vulcan, Drip, International. Mortgage lenders. Can it be any lender? It can be any lender, but it's got to be kind of in our system and integrated, right? So in the back end, we are using some partners who go out and develop not necessarily the relationship with, but the ability to actually make, to enable Spritz to make payments to so-and-so, Indiana merchant mortgage company, right? And so if they're in our system, then you can pay it. It's not necessarily a direct relationship with Spritz. If they're not in our system, then we work with our partners to get it into the system. So it's really important if you search for something, don't find it, there should be a little request button that pops up, and you should be able to tell us about it. And we're trying to get back to you within, a week or two max to say, hey, we're working on it, or hey, sorry, we can't, here's why, or hey, we added it, give it another try.
And also, guys, if it's not showing up if it's not showing up automatically, you can also manually enter the account number, correct?
Yes, yeah, exactly. So there's two ways to add bills. One is just through the automatic search, because you've already done KYC with us, so we can actually pull down from those partners, hey, Pride's got a Amazon credit card, click it, add, done, right? Or it's like, well, you want to add your utility bill or your electric bill. That's where you search for, hey, here's my provider name, Connecticut Natural Gas, I'm in Connecticut, and then you'd add your account number. But even then, we've got 6,000 plus providers in there, but there's still stuff that shows up that that we don't have. And so there's a button to say, hey, I want to request Indiana Mortgage Company, because I don't have that, because I can't find it.
All right, well, Chris, thank you again. I know you got like 2 minutes left. Any final wrap up, final thoughts you got for the community or anything?
Yeah, no, that's it. I mean, just, thanks everybody. We would appreciate, you might see also our Twitter account. I mentioned the issue at the beginning where we went dark for a day because of the settings issue, but we're back, and we're actually tweeting a lot more now, organically. So would love some engagement there. If you guys just kind of retweet the content, tell us what you like, tell us what you don't like, spread the word. A reminder for all of you users in the app, you've got the referral code, give 50, get 50. So, by all means, use it, put it out on Twitter, spread the word in your communities where you're earning crypto, where you're talking about crypto strategies. It would be just so amazing for you guys to spread the word and use that link and help us continue to grow.
All right. And your bonks.
Thanks, bonks. Yeah.
Spritz is the best. I use it every week to pay my credit card bill. Straight game changer.
Absolutely. Yeah. I had a good chat with you, bonks, about a month ago. So yeah, great to see you. And thanks, Jason, too. Yeah, appreciate you guys. And thanks, Pride.
Yeah. Well, like I said, thank you for your time. Appreciate you guys, and appreciate you, Chris. And see you guys next time.
Have a great weekend. See you, everybody. Thanks.